Hey, I'd like to talk about loading. I watched a lady on TV one time, and she had so much fun because she loaded her brush and she was doing all these ficus trees on a wall, and just boop, 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 boop. She wasn't going, you know, and they're gorgeous. And she was loading her brush and double loading it, meaning she was putting several colors, double or triple loading, and she was using synthetic brushes and acrylics, I think. But she had her palette out, and this is all strategic. So when she got on the job, right, when she was putting that paint on the wall, she was ready. And that's what your palette's all about, and that's what loading and applying is all about. Now I'm going to go into mediums too a little bit, because what we have to do is we have to think of 3 or 4 different binary codes where we're doing complementarity principles back and forth. We're doing color back and forth. We're doing dark and light back and forth. We're doing viscosities back and forth, meaning thicknesses and thinnesses. And we're also doing pressures as we apply. We're pressing down on these knives and sticks, and I'll go into all of that. So there's a lot going on, but if you just think of it and break it down and break down your colors and your values, so it's not so overwhelming. That's what's really cool about loading, because if you skill up with loading, you'll have a lot more fun on the painting, or on the wall, or the canvas, or wherever you're going. So now I just put a glob of paint on there, right? I'm gonna put that glob back down on it, and I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna spread it down like that. You see that? Now I still have a bunch on there. Maybe I'll go up to this guy up here, just clean it off up there. These are just old mirrors that I use from time to time to do some demonstrations. Now, I still have a brush with a little bit of, sorry, I still have a palette knife with a little bit of paint on it. Now, if I really wanted to clean edge, what I would do is I'd clean the edge. Then I would reload. It didn't take me more than a couple of seconds to plow that paint right off of this knife. So what I'm going to do is, well, I want to make a really skinny little line with that white paint. And I got a skinny little line on the knife, and I can make a skinny little line on the mirror. Just like that. Then I want to clean that knife off, maybe. I want to take, let's have some Viridian. I don't know why, but I'll do the same thing with Viridian. Now you can see why I have some space over there. Because when I pull these colors down and I load them properly, like the lady with the ficus trees, but we're not doing murals here. We could. And those brush techniques we're going to go into also. But this is really cool because it helps you see your colors and your values. And now you know how to load by pulling that paint right down towards you and having this space between your colors and your values. And that way, you can navigate a lot easier. It's fun, man. And I'll tell you, when you learn how to do this and take the time to learn how to do this, it's zen. Because what happens, and I'm not being facetious either, you get a lot more done with a lot less. When that lady was putting those leaves all over that wall, she could basically do the side of a building in a few hours. And they look great. See, that's, well, how do they look? Well, she looked really good. Of course, her fingers and her nails and everything, they were gorgeous, because it was all Of course, that helps. She was a real doll. Just throwing this stuff on. It was great. It's great. And you think, was that easy? It's that easy. But it's preparation. It's like the remedies. It's a pound of prevention is worth, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. It's the same with this. An ounce of prep is worth a pound on the wall, baby. Particle weight, E equals mc squared.